Evening all. Stephen here, coming to you once again from my fireside here in London in the UK. Tonight I'm smoking my, once again, my favourite pipe, my Dance Club. And in it, I'm sad to announce it's the last of what's become my favourite tobacco, this Solani Virginia with Perique flake. When I first opened the tin, I was in two minds about it, but the longer it's gone on, the better it's got, and it's become my favourite tobacco, and sadly now it's gone. But all good things come to an end, and with it of course I am drinking some beer. This is a rare treat for me because I only normally drink at weekends, don't drink on weekdays, but as I'm putting this video up I thought I'd treat myself, and I'm just sticking with my my go-to favourite, my Wadworth 6X. And the reason I'm putting this video up, and it should be a fairly short one, which makes it change for me, I know, is some of you might have seen my VR to Derek Tan in his 1000 sub giveaway a few weeks back, and I dragged out of the loft my old 50-year-old copy of Sgt. Pepper, vinyl copy, and I said that I've still got all my vinyl but nothing to play them on. And after I'd done that video, it sort of set me thinking, and I thought, you know, I've carted these records around because I've lived at a lot of different places over the past 40 years, believe me. I couldn't tell you how many. And I thought, I've carted these things around from one place to another and I can't play them. Why have I still got them? And I thought, well, maybe, just maybe, I could find myself a cheap turntable and actually play them again. So that's what I thought about doing. And I happened to mention this in passing to my ex-wife, as you do, trying to find conversation. And she said, I'm sure I've seen your turntable up in the loft somewhere. And needless to say, we went up into the loft and had a route around, and I'm going to remove this beer, just have a quick drink, and then look at it because I'll no doubt knock it over. We went up to the loft, and here it is. My old turntable. I bought this thing in 1979. It's Sanyo, made in Japan. It's a TP1010 model, a belt driven model. Lovely, lovely. Bit of smoke perspex, sort of brushed aluminium finish. You probably can't because that's blocking the sound. Nice bit of fake wood trim, very, very 1970s. And there it was, covered in dust. And I brought it back here, cleared the dust off. I didn't even know whether it still worked because it's been so many years since I actually used this thing. It's at least 16 years. And I put a plug, didn't even have a plug on it, so I put a plug on it and I plugged it in, shifted the tone arm over, and it all started up. Seemed to be perfectly normal and fine. I've only got a small CD system which doesn't have a phono input, so I couldn't just connect it straight up. So I went on Amazon and I bought myself a little preamp and a couple of RCA cables and connected it all up. Stuck on a record and it played beautifully. As I say, this belt driven, I assumed at least the belt would have warped or perished in all the years since it's been unused, 16, 17 years or more. But no, I mean, Japanese made back in the 70s, they built them to last, obviously. It's and it worked. So here we are. I am vinyl friendly again, and I can play all my old discs. I'm going to put it down. It's a bit of a weight. Now the only drawback to that, of course, is that I've now got a new toy. A new old toy, if you like. And whereas the original thought was that I would just get a cheap turntable and play all my old vinyl. Well, of course, once I had a turntable again, I was on eBay looking for second-hand vinyl to pick up. And I must admit, I'm obviously a bit out of the loop because I thought it would be dirt cheap. But I mean, I did already know that vinyl is on the increase in popularity, and I think vinyl sales outsold CDs last year in the UK for the first time since CDs were introduced, or very, very long time in any case. But even saying that, I was shocked at the prices that people were asking for second-hand LPs, you know, 10, 20, 30 years old. Even albums that I've got and have had since they were new. It just, yeah, really surprised me. People obviously cashing in on the, whether it is a fad or not, or whether this interest lasts, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, you know, and you see people asking crazy money, and I think if they stick in the listing description rare, well, you know, it's not rare. You saying it's rare doesn't make it so. These things were produced in their millions, but anyway, they're obviously, they know what they can ask for them and they know what kind of money they can get. But I have bought about a dozen or so albums since I got the turntable back, and if I shop around carefully, you can still pick them up very, very, very cheaply. I mean, I've not paid more than a couple of pounds for all the ones I bought. I say I bought about 10 to 15, and there's only one that I've been actually disappointed in the sound quality. Because that's another thing. A lot of these listers, you look at it and it says visually graded only. So yeah, they're calling it excellent, near mint, but all they've done is taken it out of the paper dust cover and looked at it. They haven't played it, so they don't know. So it's really a bit of a gamble. But maybe I've just been lucky, but so far, you know, they've been actually pretty good. So yeah, got the turntable, and the only extra expense was the preamp, which cost me about, you know, £21, $25, $26, and a couple of pounds for a couple of RCA cables. And other than that, I've just spent about £20 to £30 on some second-hand vinyl. But I'm going to have to get myself around the charity shops and the junk shops and boot sales and sort through what they've got. I think that's probably the best source for this kind of thing. But it's really awakened an interest in me. I'd almost gone off listening to music because I've got hundreds and hundreds of CDs. And it had become a bit tiresome, and I don't know whether it's going to be short-lived or not, but having this turntable back there's something about, maybe it's rekindling memories of my youth, but there's something about the whole getting the vinyl out, getting it out, you know, putting it on the turntable, running the cleaner around it, lifting the stylus on. And to me at least, and maybe this is like confirmation bias, but to me at least, the sound quality does seem different. It does seem deeper and richer and warmer than a CD does. But as I say, that might be because that's what my ears want to hear, or my brain wants to hear. But yeah, I'm quite happy at the moment. So there you are. I might feature some vinyl in my forthcoming videos. Bama Guitar Jude does it in his, and people seem to like it, and so I might give it a go as well. I'm still not fully au fait with what the rules are regarding playing music, and obviously I don't want to fall foul of the YouTube rules, but yeah, it'd be nice to have some going in the background. And that said, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I thought I'd stick a disc on to play myself out. I've already recorded the clip. And it's not a new purchase, it's an album that I bought when it was released back in 1980. And as I'm wearing my Charles Bukowski t-shirt, I thought we'd go for a bit of West Coast jazz. And this is Chet Baker, and the album was called Once Upon a Summertime. So I'll play out with about 3 or 4 minutes of that, so if you get tired of it, there's nothing else coming towards the end, so obviously you can switch off, but just to give you an idea anyway. And by the way, I don't have shelf space for the turntable at the moment because I live in a fairly small house and storage is limited, so it does sit on the floor until I can sort something out. So you will see it on the floor, but the position that I have it in on the floor isn't where it normally sits. I've just done that for artistic reasons, so you know, don't worry about it. So that said, nice to talk to you midweek. I'll go and finish the rest of this pipe. Cheers wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're into vinyl yourself, then please leave a comment down below, because it's really, as I say, rekindled interesting music for me. So I'd love to hear from fellow vinyl lovers, and if you haven't tried it yet, give it a go. You might be surprised. My kids think I'm mad. But then they think I'm mad for buying CDs, because all the music they buy, they download it. So, but anyway, cheers everyone, and as I say, I'll leave you with Chet to play us out. See you again soon. Bye bye. Ramble.